I rise.
My name is Nyanja. I just turned 24. I moved to South Africa 3 years ago from Malawi. I use they and them pronouns, avoiding unnecessary gendering.
Criminal case number 359 of 2009 in the Chief Resident Magistrates Court sitting in Blantyre in the matters between the Republic versus Steve Monjeza Soko and Tuonge Chimbalanga Kachepa. I shall pass a scarring sentence, thus I deliver the maximum penalty under S153, 14 years imprisonment with hard labor.
You may erase me out of history with your sex equal gender lies. You may jump over me one more time, but still I'll transgress, I'll rise.
Tackling trans erasure speaks to the importance of creating trans narratives for trans people by trans people. And when those stories are told, they've often been told by people who don't understand those stories. Being trans goes beyond just that sympathy, but that's all they feel. They feel just sympathy. Trans narratives by trans people are authentic in a way that they won't be or will never be able to be when told through the eyes of the oppressor or onlooker.
Does my dress upset you? Am I beginning to loom? Too tall, too broad, too hairy to be in the women's restroom? Did you want to see me naked with your voyeuristic eyes, hiding myself in fear, weakened and tokenized?
So I think a lot of the time when we talk about cis-normativity and what it means to be cisgender, so often we get caught up in labels. And so then gender stops becoming a homogenous group and becomes individualized and autonomous and goes against understanding of gender as a collective or as a whole.
Just like my mother, I have the strength to verbalize. Just like she who created me, black and queer, I'll rise. Does my ratchetness offend you? Do you think I'm trying too hard? 'Cause I dance like I've been blessed, twerking in your churchyard.
That's when we start to include people who go beyond the city or the dominant culture. So we start to hear stories that may have not always made it to the front page.
You may misgender me with your words. You may sex me with your eyes. You may murder me with your sexuality, but still I'll transcend, I'll rise. Does my body upset you? Do you want to be baptized? Looking thirsty at the Garden of Eden, at the meeting of my thighs?
People are forced to share their narratives in an unashamed way before having to sign up to any kind of categorization, which can be difficult and complex to understand. And the one thing that I love about storytelling and telling our stories, especially coming from Malawi, is that they go beyond the label and they use everyday experiences to share experiences of gender. And so then gender stops becoming a homogenous group and becomes individualized and autonomous and goes against understanding of gender as a collective or as a whole.
Out of a box of a binary's claim, I rise. Up from an invisible pain, I rise. I am the decolonial revolution, calling for restitution, coming out against a law created to strike terror and fear into transgression, beautifully and illegally queer. I rise Carrying the legacies of the bodies before me, I am the hopes and dreams of a trans refugee. And so, I rise, I rise, I rise.
I use they and them pronouns.